And now
Mhm.
it is
Thank you.
recording. Put that there so I can look at the right thing. Um, cool. Then, welcome to this yet unnamed series of interviews with content creators. I would love to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself and tell us who you are, and then what your passions are after that.
Yes. My name is Lottie, and my handle I go typically by is typicallylottie, and I do some weird mixture of nerdy stuff online. Like, for example, I do magic stuff, of course, and I do also pen and paper content with my project Story Coven. Yeah.
Nice. Um, I would ask, how long have you played Magic?
Actually, I'm really bad with time.
Okay, what set
But
did you start
I
in?
started, yeah, I mean, I started with the PR event for Bloomborough.
Okay.
So I started a few weeks before Bloomborough dropped, and I didn't start with Bloomborough. I started because I'm a huge Baldur's Gate fan, Baldur's Gate 3, and I found online that there's the Dungeons and Dragons extension. So I
Nice.
bought myself a bundle of Dungeons and Dragons. And shortly after that, I was invited to the PR event for Bloomborough, and then I really got into the hobby.
Very cool. Very cool. So I would say I would ask like what brought you into Magic. I guess that partially just it being D&D, like Baldur's Gate. Did you have friends that
Yeah.
played, or like what's
Yes.
yeah?
I did have a lot of friends in my community that played Magic before, and I was kind of curious before, but I didn't have like anything that would grab my attention. And then somebody was like, "You can play your favorite Baldur's Gate characters," and I managed to pull a edged foil Karlach out of my first bundle, and after that, I was hooked. I was hooked
Got
after
you.
that. Yes.
Very cool. So did you play Commander, or you made it to
Yeah.
Commander? Did you play any Standard? Like what format did you stop or start?
I mainly play Commander, and I do play some kind of sealed things here and there, but my main focus is Commander. And I started with Commander as well. I only knew about the other formats. Like, I'm still learning what's there of formats because it's a lot.
It's true. It's true. Did you
Yeah.
build your etched foil into a commander or
Yes,
into a deck?
I did. I
Was it your
did.
first deck?
I built her into a Rakdos deck, like
Hmm?
with the black background. I think it's Agent of the Shadow something. I'm not quite sure because it's like my oldest deck that I haven't upgraded in a while, but I think it was my first deck. After that, I started building a lot of decks.
Fair. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Yes, they got you, and then you're like totally deep diving into it.
So that's actually really interesting. I want to ask like what brought you into doing content for it, and kind of I like to explore the concept of why people spend so much of their time into a world that sometimes doesn't care or doesn't pay well. Like
Mm.
this effort, but you were doing content before that.
Yes, I
So
was.
actually,
I
yeah.
kind of stumbled into doing social media because I was cast for a pen and paper actual play by Rocket Beans TV. And after that, there were a lot of really nice people in my chats were like, "You should start doing content." And so I kind of started doing a little bit of streaming and some other pen and paper stuff. And for the longest time, it was only pen and paper and just chatting kind of content. But when I started to like adventure into magic, I kind of felt not welcome in a lot of spaces. Like for example, had this really interesting interaction where I went into a card store to buy some boosters for friends. And the guy behind the reception just asked me if I'm lost. So I was like, that's a kind of magic I don't want to experience. And so I started doing magic content because I wanted to do a little bit more of showcasing more female approaches to magic and more diverse and queer representation to magic, because it wasn't always welcoming. I found a lot of cool safe spaces through doing magic content, but before it was a little bit gatekeepy and sexist.
I would argue it still is, but in fact,
Yeah, I think my experience was before. Like
I
after
don't
that,
know
I
for
hadn't
sure.
had the experience.
Like, I don't know for sure, but I think I can think of the LGS you're talking about that told you. I don't know if it's right or not, but it doesn't matter.
It is in Berlin. It is in Berlin. I will not say more.
Yeah, we don't need to go deeply down that road, but
yeah.
Yeah, so this is, how does your audience feel about magic? Because you said they were kind of encouraging in that sense, but sometimes it can be an issue to bring in new forms of, or new topics, right? If people are used to a certain thing there.
Well, I kind of do more just chatting and gaming stuff on my streams right now, so I'm not like fully into only doing magic content online. I also still do a lot of like showing my life and my everyday life on Instagram. So there wasn't like a cut, nothing was cut off. There only has been like some shifting in my content. And I do have a lot of people that still don't have anything to do with magic. Like they're watching what I do, and they also do sometimes watch the magic streams I do, but they will feedback me that they just enjoy the laughter and the shit talking or whatever, but they don't really understand what's happening, and they're totally okay with that. I also did, of course, reach a new group of viewers that are into magic. So it was like my community was really nice about it, and a few people were into magic before, because there's a huge lap over between the pen and paper community and the magic community. So there were a lot of people that were into both, and only like a few were so totally not into it that they stopped interacting with my content or anything like that. I did get, mostly because of my approach to to just like trying to lower the gates some people are keeping. I did get a lot of positive feedback for that.
Nice. I guess, like you say, it does help that you had kind of varied content in the first place, right?
Yeah, I did. I mean, pen and paper content is something you can't really do alone. So if you're doing, like, when I was streaming alone, I would always talk about my hobbies, my interests, and so it was just like one more thing. And they also did kind of, like, my viewers could accompany me in my journey. Like, I started doing a little bit of magic, and then I found things I did like and others I didn't like, so I could like bring them with me, and some started to play magic as well. So we did have some community games as well. So it was like a real wholesome experience to just see
cool.
Like a little community growing into a new hobby.
You mean like Spelltable, or do you, or you mean even local stuff?
Oh, I did have some time to play on events, like when I was, for example, I was booked for the Spiel Essen,
Mhm.
and there were some viewers who were like, "Okay, I want to learn Magic, and I know I can learn Magic explained by you at these events, so I will come to this event." And others were via Spelltable, and then also on stream.
Nice. When you play, generally, do you play? Are you looking like do you? What kind of brackets do you play? But I mean it more in the sense of, like, are you looking for more like the board game kind of world, or are you looking for this higher competitive aspect?
I'm more looking for the board game. I always say my favorite part about Magic the Gathering is the gathering. I'm
Mhm.
not a competitive person when it comes to games, like not even at all. It doesn't depend which kind of game. I'm just there to chill and have a nice day and have a nice time with my friends. So I'm always choosing like more the middle brackets, like 2 to 3. I really love a good pet deck. Like I love if you're like just having fun with your deck and it's a little bit wonky or something like that. But yeah,
Absolutely.
I enjoy the games where you can. That's why I play Commander all the time. Um, I love when a game is like really, really long, but you can just see what every deck is doing. So I'm more of a chill person to play Magic with, and not the kind that would do like CDH or anything like that.
Nice. Yeah, I play modern, and that's like my competitive.
Yeah.
So as far as commander, I absolutely agree with you. Though I do
Mhm.
like judging CDH. Like as
Oh
a
yeah, I
judge,
understand that. I do
that shit's
like to
crazy.
watch
Like
it. Yeah, yeah. I had a real misconception about CEDH for a long time because I always was in the kind of thinking that it would be like a little bit hostile in the competitive sense. And I started watching some content about it and realized that it's actually still like the table working together, but only to have like the real crazy turns and crazy games. And yeah, it kind of changed my perspective. Still too competitive for me. I will never venture into that, I think.
Fair.
But I really like to enjoy like just watching some content about it or some pro games. I think it's really fun to dip into it.
Oh, very cool. So what's your favorite deck right now?
Oh, don't ask me that. It's like asking a mother about the favorite child.
It's true. I
So
mean,
I do have like, okay, so here's the thing. You can
mhm.
see upper right there. Like I have the big upper
I can.
collector case thing because I'm a huge Avatar fan. Like really huge. So the set coming out in November was like my kind of Christmas and I was really hyped about it. And I'm currently like building, I think 4 decks out of Avatar. I'm building Suki, I'm building Appa, I'm building the Cabbage Man. Oh no, it's 3 decks actually because I changed my my deck list.
Well, give it time. There'll be
But
a
yeah,
fourth. There'll be a fourth.
yeah. So I think all of those will be some kind of favorite decks just because of the set and because I will build it mostly with Avatar cards because I just like the flavor.
Mhm.
However, if you're asking about the finished decks I have, I think it would be 2 right now because I play a pirate deck that's Anne Barney, I think, or Anne Clyde. I always mix up the names. But it's a lesbian pirate couple in Is It?
Nice.
And I firstly love it because it's a lesbian couple.
For sure.
and
There's not
and
that much
secondly,
representation in the game.
yes. And secondly, it's a deck I built with only cards I traded or have like from my bulk. Like I opened it with boosters or
That's
anything. Like I
awesome.
didn't buy a single card. And some really nice people traded me some really nice cards in it, like altered cards and everything. So it's kind of a like hard project. And I wanted to grow over time, like to become a better deck because right now we're like I think it's a little bit wanky, like when you play it, but I love it. And the other deck is actually a deck that started with the Mrs. Bumbleflower precon from
Mhm.
Doomborough because my community gifted it to me.
Nice.
They gifted it to me because the alternative commander is Mr. Foxglove, and my channel has like a kind of pet that's called, or that's a fox, like it's a small fox that's inspired by the first pet my first pen and paper character had in the pen and paper actual play series I did for Rocket Beans. And so they were like, okay, you need a fox deck. So
Makes
I
sense.
built Mr. Foxglove. It's my strongest deck, and I didn't anticipate that. It's actually crazy.
Well, the
But
Bumbleflower
it's really
precon
cool.
in general is pretty tough. Is pretty tough.
Yes. I mean, there's not much left of the Bumbleflower precon because like upgraded over time and time and time, and I built it in a little bit of different way because Mr. Foxglove is kind of different than
Mhm.
Mrs. Bumbleflower. There's nothing group huggy anymore, so
A pretty
but
core
it's
concept of the original, right?
yeah, it's actually like, I think it's like what Mrs. Bumbleflower would like to be.
Yeah.
So that's my fox deck, and I really love it. I had like a really nice interaction at the Avatar PR event and the Avatar pre-release in the following days because some friends of mine were also playing there, and they played some casual commander, and I was playing as well. I played my pirates, and like one after another came to me and were like, "Oh, do you have your fox with me? Can I play it? Because it's such a cool deck." And so, like a proud mother with that deck.
For sure, for sure. Oh, that's super
Yeah.
cool. It's like, or I like that they both have so much personal attachment and history. It's not just like
Yeah.
I built this great deck, right? So
I mean, I do have other decks I enjoy playing, but I think the ones where you have like a personal connection will always be dear to your heart.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I'm a trinket person. Like I love collecting stuff, so I'm always the one that's I will always collect the stories of things.
Well, it's like remember, like I have my old commander deck. It is terrible. Like it is it's not a good deck, right? But that's fine. That's fine. So I would love to ask you a bit more about being a woman in Magic, right? And so you said that the community has supported you, and so I guess, do you think you have gotten more recognition as a player, or do you think it's more that you just go to more friendly events nowadays? If that makes sense.
Mm, yeah, I do think I just go to the right events. Like I'm not going into like LGS and just go there for like Commander Night or anything because I honestly don't feel safe to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I did have my fair share of really gross interactions with people at events, so I just stopped going. And I'm only going to events now that I know will be a safe community. And I can just be upfront, like, there are some places I won't go,
Mm-hmm.
but I do have the luck that I know that I can like always go, for example, to the level in Berlin because it's a really, really good community and they're really
Absolutely,
safe and
absolutely.
really nice. And so I'm like investing my time and also the small audience that I have, I will always do some kind of like promoting for like the places I do feel safe. Also, I do have to say the official PR events I always see as very safe and very welcoming. So I'm really lucky to have like a safe place, but
Mm-hmm.
I will also say I'm cautious. Like if I'm invited to a new place, I'm always cautious because I don't think that the Magic community overall is at the point where you can say, oh, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or if you're a queer coded person. You will have some good interactions and you will have some very bad ones.
Absolutely. Do you go to events outside of Germany?
I haven't. I mean, mostly because I'm broke.
Fair.
I'm a university student, so I would really love to go to MagicCon in Amsterdam because it's like not that far away.
Yeah,
But
that'll be good.
yeah, we will see. We will see. I
I'm
haven't
gonna apply to
been
judge,
to.
so I'm hoping that works.
Oh, that'd be
Like,
so cool. I'm like crossing my fingers for that one.
like it's super
Yeah.
interesting. The reason I ask is because like Germany's not bad gender balance wise, and I mean more specifically, each LGS is always gonna be different, right? But like Command
Yeah.
Fest and like these kind of things, I've found England to be better than Germany, gender balance wise. But also, I judged an event in Bologna, and there was a 400 plus person event where there was not a single woman. And like as a
Yeah,
judge,
I'm not surprised.
I literally was talking to someone as a judge, and they leaned back and tried to call a male judge. And so it's like, yeah.
Actually,
well,
I'm not surprised, which is really sad. But yeah, it's. I mean, we do have the opportunity in Germany because there are a lot of German female or diverse content creators that are venturing into magic, and I do think we can like change the face of magic a little bit and make it less male.
Mhm.
But yeah, on a global spectrum, I have already noticed that in some places it's more horrific than here.
And it's like it's interesting to look at exactly like what we can do, right? Because
Yeah.
this is like there's like the Planeswalker in Pink that I'm involved in. There's Women in Magic. There's other similar things in other countries, right? And I love this idea of this teaching and this really grassroots as a long term to try to balance out the gender balance, right? But at the same time, it's like what do you do to help people now, right? Like if people see you play and then they're like I want to play, and they go to their LGS and they have a shitty time.
Yeah.
I don't know like what the active is, right?
The only thing like I ran into that problem as well because I do have a lot of queer viewers and I don't want them to go into something that's not safe for them. And I know that a lot of more rural areas in Germany that have like really small LGSs can be a little bit more intimidating, or they even are not safe. So I did have these kind of conversations all the time in my dreams. I'm always saying, grab a friend, don't go alone. If you meet like one shitty person, that's not the whole of the community. And I'm always trying to show how I experience the community, how that they are really nice people and they are like safe persons. However, I also try to, yeah, pull them into places I know that are safe. Like, for example, I will promote the level in Berlin and say, if you want to learn magic and you have the opportunity to come to Berlin, go there when there's another event for Flinter persons, for example.
Exactly.
Because I think we only can have conversations with people that are in the community. Like, I can be at a convention or anything and I can talk to people in the community and I can try to raise the awareness and I can try to say to more privileged people, for male presenting people, that they should talk with their peers and that they should like try to be more inclusive, that they should try to be more welcoming or anything like that. But I don't really see a way that's above words. I don't really know what to do else. And I'm also just trying with my content to like, yeah, to show people that it's fun and that they can create a community. And I always say, try to grab your friends and bring them into the community. Try to make your own little small pod because you know these people are cool and then you will have a good time.
Absolutely. Like it's hard though, right? Like I mean just like
Yeah.
emotionally to be like you should totally play this. But don't go by yourself and be careful, right? Like
Yeah. I
do
mean,
you mostly play paper or do you play online as well?
mostly paper. I kind of like, as I said, I'm a trinket person.
Mm.
I'm a collector, so I don't really need to like collect like the most expensive card or anything like that. I'm totally not into that. Like I'm happy if I pull something shiny out of a booster, but if it's like 10 cents worth, then it's still cool. I'm not that kind of person. But I would do like to collect the paper and I like to play with my cards. I'm not the big fan of online. Mainly because I'm like, for example, with Magic Arena, I don't know if it's my ADHD, but I was totally overstimulated when I first opened up Magic Arena. Like there were
Yeah.
so many things, and for a person that's not really into the other formats, like I only play Commander, I don't have a clue what's going on in these other formats. And nobody tells you. Like if you're just opening
Yeah, not at all.
Arena and you're just trying to start, they're like, okay, you can play this. And I was like, what the heck is that? So I try to, but I will always like go into it like, I don't know, if I have a really long train drive or anything, I play on my phone. But that's it right now.
Have you
I want
tried
to
Magic
venture more
Online?
into it. Yeah, I have like a little bit, and I want to like explore it more. But right now, I'm just, as I said, my main focus in Magic is the gathering. I
Oh,
really
for
like to be
sure.
like with my people, so that's missing in online.
Like nothing beats paper, for
Yeah.
sure. I was just thinking, Magic Online is terrible for its own reasons, but I've always
Hmm.
felt like it feels like playing a card game, whereas Magic Arena
Yeah.
feels like playing a video game.
Yeah, I mean, it helped me when I was real new into the hobby to understand the mechanics a little bit more. And I always say to people before you start buying products, start playing a little bit on Arena and try to get a feel for the different colors.
And
Because
Arena is
like
an
each
excellent tool to teach with
color,
as well.
yeah, each color with the different kind of playing and everything, you can like venture into it. But it was like I'm always overwhelmed by it. So yeah, I get the video games mechanic.
Can you disable like the animations and things like that?
I don't think so.
Because
And
there's got
if
to be
so,
some
I need to
accessibility
know
or
where.
something.
I need to know where ASAP.
I would assume like it's got to be there somewhere. Like that's because it's too much. It's too much.
It is. And all the sounds, I like always play it on like silent mode because I think the sounds are too much as well.
I don't play much Arena, but when I do, I can't stop clicking on the background because it makes
Oh,
makes little like
yeah.
clouds for you. And
I like
I can't
to,
think that that helps my concentration either way, right?
yeah, true. But I also like to like when I play Magic Arena, I always like to tap the like the companions everybody has because they will do something. But yeah,
Exactly.
not good for focus.
It's true. Yeah. What do we got? What do we got? Let me look. I mean, anything in particular you'd like to talk about?
Such an open question.
I know. I just I'm kind of
Oh, I can like drop my hot take here because I'm
yeah,
like always dropping it everywhere I go and talk about Magic.
exactly.
I don't think Universes Beyond is bad. I
No.
know a lot of people are not happy with Universe Beyond, and I also have to say I'm not a huge fan of some of the sets. Like, for example, Spider-Man. Couldn't care less about Spider-Man. But For a person that got into the hobby because of Universes Beyond, because D&D is also not Magic original.
Mhm.
It's a great way to reach people and get them into the hobby. And I also have to say,
That's
we've
true.
already talked about, it's a great way to get people into the hobby that wouldn't join us. Nonetheless, we need more people from outside to fight the gatekeeping and to fight the sexism and all of the above. So we need more people with a fresh view, and we need people from different perspectives. We need the variety. We need the diversions, I think. Like, we need more of that. So I'm happy with Universes Beyond existing. But I will always say, please do Universes Beyond in a good way. Like, for example, they did with Avatar, and then the people will be more happy.
That's true. Do you think that Spider-Man was bad because it was a bad set, or because it was a bad IP to bring to Magic?
I think it was a bad set. I don't like to judge about the IPs that much, because the thing is, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. But for example, I have a friend that's a huge Spider-Man fan and was really excited about it. On the other hand, a lot of people are no Avatar fans. I'm a huge Avatar fan. So I think you will never get like the perfect set everybody is happy about. So I don't think the IPs are the problem. I mean, next year there are some IPs I really don't care about as well, like Teenage Mutant Turtle. I really don't know the name because I have never had anything to do with this kind of universe.
I like
However,
that we're
I know
returning to New York before we return to Kaldheim.
Yeah, okay, I see that. I see that. However, yeah, I think the IPs aren't the problem. I always think if the set is a good set, people will be happy with it. And Spider-Man just was not a good set.
Yeah, I think that I like the idea, or I like the theory that it used to be a small set that was bumped up to be draftable. Because
Yeah,
there shouldn't have been
I get
50
that.
Spider-Mans, right? There shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
think
not an expert at Spider-Man, but
me
I
neither.
think
But
it's not lore accurate.
like, I think that it's kind of both, right? Like, I like Avatar. I was never deep into it, but it's nice, right? Final Fantasy I was really big into. And I still had mixed feelings hearing Final Fantasy was going to come into Magic, but the set was amazing. And then this has been with Avatar as well. And I think that the IP, while I think maybe any IP could work, they're both a lot more Magic adjacent than Spider-Man could be, right?
However, a lot of people were hyped about the Marvel cards, and I don't know, I've played against a few Captain America decks that were disgustingly strong.
Yep,
So
that's
I
true.
think, I mean, you can do it more Magic adjacent, I guess. So maybe, yeah, I think I don't know enough about Spider-Man to say if it's adjacent or not, to be honest.
Fair. I mean, just in my world, taxis in New York, right? Like, that's not, I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I think like everything that has like is more far from reality. Everything that's not so close to home, I think, is better for Magic. However, I don't know, I'm not pressed if somebody plays Spider-Man at the table I'm at. I always say, like, if a pod has a real zero discussion before playing, and I think everybody should have that, you can always say you don't want to play Universe Beyond if you're like so. I don't know if you say it ruins your Magic experience. Okay, then choose a pod that does not play Universes Beyond. And if you're not pressed about it, just have some great time and see what's going on with the cards. It's still a hobby. We need to take the problem serious that this community has, but it's still a hobby, so we kind of don't need to take it that serious.
And part of what Commander allows for is that freedom of brewing, right?
Yeah.
And just the ability to be able to make things. Like if you don't want Universes Beyond in your deck, that's fine. Or you don't want to pay for it, it's fine. But other people might be really excited about it, right? And I think if you're shutting that down, then that's kind of it's very similar to that same other gatekeeping we have in gender issues or in sexuality issues or just this closed-minded aspect, right?
Yeah, I think it's like in every other aspect of life, just don't dim the light of others and you're good to go.
Yeah. Just do your thing. It's
like every time I talk about it, like people are like, yeah, but I don't want to play with my Eldrazi's against. Yeah, okay, then don't.
Yeah, you could always just get different friends. I don't know.
Just
like
choose a different pod, or
but probably
like if they are your friends, I think if you're really friends, you can talk with them, and then you will find a solution for that.
Exactly. Altars. Just paint them as something else.
Just do like a painting evening together, and after that, you will always only play like your own altered cards.
And that could be some sort of bonding as well. Maybe you'll get to understand their love of Spider-Man through sitting down and spending quality time with them.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then I guess we're kind of near the end. Do you have anything? What are your projects? What are you working on? Exciting long-term things.
So I am currently working at my university stuff.
That feels productive.
It kind of is, but I kind of don't want to. No, the thing is, I'm currently working on some cool stuff with my pen and paper project with Story Coven. There will be hopefully some cool vampire things in January, but we will see. We will see. We're not quite in the final discussion phase. We just need to plan out a little bit more. But I'm still, I'm doing a lot of stuff for that, and for my own content, I will be in a little bit of like vacation in December. I will take some time off.
Nice.
Will take some time for myself, and I will also do some soul searching about what kind of magic content I want to do in the future, because right now I'm not happy about the amount. I want to do more, and I want to do more fun stuff. So I will like take a creative leave and will come back with a lot of new ideas, I hope.
Nice.
And also, I'm starting to publish my art, because I'm starting to posting my art right now. Yeah, we will see where we get there. I have a little bit of a tarot cards project with my art stuff.
Very cool. If you have links for these things, we'll put them in the
everything under typically Lottie, and
just search the internet.
Yeah, it's only like Twitch and Instagram and TikTok, so everything is typically Lottie, because I stopped doing it like on every platform. I will only do those 3. And Story Coven is on YouTube as well. But yeah, we will have a link for that.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll make sure to put it there.
Wonderful.
Cool. Then thank you for your time. Thank you for joining.
Thank you
for having me. Push forward and push more women into magic safely.
Yes, we will do it very safely.
Awesome. Then, thank you a lot. And I think then we can do the thing.
The thing.
I'm gonna click that. Okay.